So the first thing I want to show you is how to chop up your clips. You'll notice that I've already imported my clips right here in the project bin, and I'm just going to start with Mr. Spiller here. Now if I double click on Mr. Spiller on his video, it'll open up into the source clips like that. Alright, I'm not putting anything on the timeline right now. This is to make your workflow more efficient. So basically I'm going to start at the beginning of this clip and I'm going to chop it up, and as I chop it up I'm going to drag it to the timeline. Okay, so this is the source. So what I'm going to do is I need to use these buttons, mark in and mark out, and I'm going to use the play button. Play is also the space bar, so you'll know I'll hit the space bar key to play the clip. Alright, so I don't want the question, and I don't want to say your name and spell it. So what I'm doing is hitting the arrow on the keyboard. I'm arrowing back to get to a good spot when he first starts talking. Alright, I'm going to arrow back, and it's just going frame by frame. Alright, and I'm going to mark in right there. Let's say I want to start it right there. And I hit the space bar, and it'll play it. Alright, so I'm going to stop it right there. And I can trim it later, but that's a good sound bite. So I marked the in with this button. Now I want to mark the out. So it's going to mark it wherever my playhead is sitting. Now I've marked that clip. Okay, I've cut it up. I don't have anything on the timeline yet, but I've cut it. I've marked it in and I've marked it out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag from the video, basically clicking on the preview and holding down my mouse and dragging it on the timeline, let go onto the timeline, and that is my first clip. You'll notice I have a video layer and an audio layer. Okay, the audio and the video layer go together. Okay, so that's how I would efficiently chop up these interviews into individual sound bites. So the next one I would do is the playhead's still where it's at. So let's say now I want to hit spacebar. Oops. And I got to make sure it's selected here. The blue line around it. Sometimes it's gold depending on what version you have. I'm going to hit the spacebar, and you're going to hear the next question. And I want to start right there. So there's the playhead. I'm going to mark my end. Alright. So now I've stopped the playhead. I'm going to mark my out. And the same thing, I'm going to click on the preview of the video. Now you'll notice there's two icons down here. If I click on this one, I'm only going to drag the video with no audio. And if I click on this one, I can drag the audio with no video. But I want both. So I'm going to click on the preview and hold it down. I'm going to drag it down here in the timeline. And I can put it right behind the other clip. So when I play it, I've got a jump cut there that obviously later I'll use some B-roll, okay, from something that I've already shot. I can shoot that on my phone, or I can shoot it on a camera, okay? So that's how you do that. That's how you chop it up. That's the easiest way to do it. And of course, you're going to want to put these in an order that matters, okay? You may not want your whole video of Mr. Spiller, so you might go over here and get First Sergeant Bell, who talks about something similar um, that goes along with what Mr. Spiller just said. So, all right, that's how you work through and chop up your sound bites in order to efficiently get them on the timeline.